Enjoy your weekly personal Mormon Times print edition delivered to your doorstep. Subscribe today at mormontimes.com. Have you ever had a trial in life where you wonder, is Heavenly Father really there? Author Gerald Lund says not only is he there, but he wants to bless us as well. Elder Lund is the author of the new book, Divine Signatures, The Confirming Hand of God. And Elder Lund joins us now. Good morning, Elder Lund. Thank you for coming. Haven't we all at one point wondered if Heavenly Father was there?
I believe that's really true. Even those of faith, life comes to the point where you say, why is this happening to me? Where are you? Or as even the prophet said, oh God, where art thou?
What exactly is a divine signature?
Well, it's kind of related to the idea of tender mercies. But I began to notice that there are many cases where there's something additional. It's almost like the Lord goes an extra step, not just to bless us, but to do it in such a unique or dramatic or precisely timed way that it's like he says, this one's from me. So it's like he autographs it.
Personalized.
So that you know, so it not only blesses us, but it strengthens faith in him.
Is everyone able to get a divine signature?
I believe so, and not just members of the church.
I love James E. Talmage's quote that you have in the book. You say, the Lord's hand is in our lives. If we feel for it in the darkness, we can grasp it and be lifted thereby. I love that.
Yeah.
I sent that to my missionary. I think that's so powerful.
It is, and I've come to believe that's literally true. He delights in blessing us.
Some may call these, Elder Lund, coincidences, but you say there's no such thing.
Not in these cases. I believe it's not something the Lord is trying to hide himself. I think he wants us to know, I'm here, I know you, I know your pain, and I want to bless you.
And you also say that these can be key moments in our lives that if we really recognize it, that it can really strengthen our testimonies.
Really become turning points for us, strengthen our faith and deepen our testimony.
Are there keys that we need to have ready, I guess, in our lives for us to recognize these divine signatures?
Well, I think you become sensitive to it, but part of it's just having an open heart and wanting to understand God and wanting to do his will. That's the thing that opens us up to these experiences coming into our lives.
In the book, and mine is marked up, so many different quotes and stories you have, and I love the story about the missionary and his divine signature. Can you share that with us?
Yes, that is a great story, shared with me by one of my colleagues in the 70s. He was a mission president in Brazil. When his missionaries came to him from the MTC, he would start the training, but he said, tonight you will have your own missionary experience. And he said, this one time we had a young elder from far up in the Amazon basin. He said took him 4 days to even get down to Sao Paulo. And so when he told him that tonight you're going to go out, he said, this poor kid just about died. He said he was so shy. But he put him with a senior companion. They didn't have an appointment, so the companion said, we're going to tract. And this young man said, I couldn't do that. The senior companion said, this is my first door, yours is the second. And so when he knocked on the second door, he pushed him up to the door. And who should open the door but his sister, who had run away from home several years before. The family had no idea where she was. And she not only became the first non-member he spoke to as a full-time missionary, but his first convert baptism. And then this member of the 70s said to me, now remember, Brother Lund, at that time Sao Paulo had 14 million people. That's what I mean. That was just such a remarkable coincidence.
It's an absolute divine signature on
it
that, for
is.
sure. Tell us about your book. Is it available, and where can people get it?
It is available now, all Deseret bookstores, other retail outlets. It's out.
Well, it's a great book. As I said, mine is marked up everywhere. I loved it. You had such great insight in there. And Elder Lund, thanks so much for sharing the book with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Kathy.
Okay. Well, it's time once again to highlight some of our missionaries serving in the field. If you'd like to share a picture of your missionary, send it to mormontimes@ksl.com. We'll be right back.
I hope they call me on a mission when I